Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Hope everyone's having a great day in the hobby. We had some breaking news. There's been a lot of buzz with I guess you could call it recently discovered 2023 Lincoln Cent shieldbacks with the extra V error. I guess is what you could call it, or it's a variety. It's sounding like it's more of a variety than it is an error because these things are being minted on multiple examples. It's not like a one-time event. So there was one reverse die, obviously, that ran the course in the production of this particular coin. But it's worth noting that the first ever graded example of this variety had finally sold. Number one. Number two, it's finally graded by a top flight third party grader in NGC. Now, the coin that you see here was the one that sold a few days ago. This one, as you can see, they denoted extra V right on the label. So this is quite interesting. Interesting in a way that I think this pretty much solidifies everything that we need to know about this coin up to this point. That it is something legit. It's not some figment of our imaginations. It's being addressed by one of the biggest attributors out there, both in the variety and error sector of numismatics in Ken Potter. So this coin, guys, is getting tons of press. And now we have this NGC, Mint State 67 red example, which looks great, by the way. And that's kind of like the average grade I would expect that a lot of these Lincoln Cents, these newer ones, are going to come out at. Generally 66, 67 is not impossible. It's only when you get up to like 68, 69. Those are going to be the chaser grades for these things. So, as you can see right there, it clearly says extra V. So, it's now officially recognized by a third-party grader. I would assume that PCGS will end up following suit on something like this. And something to keep an eye on. Like I had mentioned in various Pocket Change Market Report videos, the buzz is real with this coin. And we're seeing prices as a result of all of the extra attention it's getting from the attributors, and then now this, and then myself included. I'm certainly adding fuel to this fire. The prices have steadily increased in them. Not wild price swings where, they were selling for $30, $35, and then now all of a sudden they're like $300. No. As a matter of fact, the coin that you see here ended up with everything, all the potential in the world for it. It ended up selling for about $3.25. So as you can see, that's kind of the possibilities when it comes to these things. Considering that it is for now the only known example to have sold in public auction, it would be interesting to see where maybe a Mint State 66 is going to sell for, or a 65, because it's going to be a foregone conclusion, now that we see this one, that there will be others in various grades. So, the coin that did sell a few days ago, I mean, it looks great. I mean, it's got the same old spotting that you normally find on these. Again, that's just an indictment on the U.S. Mint's kind of like rinsing agents that they use. That leaves these little white spots. So finding coins that grade out above Mint State 67 is going to be a little bit of a challenge when you're looking for these. But overall, this is quite a clean example in a sense that it doesn't have too many distracting marks or contact type of hits, things like that. This coin is suitable for the market. Now, Mike Diamond did do a piece on this at some point in Coin Worlds magazine. So, you could always refer to that there. And it kind of gives it a lot of credibility to this. Again, like I had kind of predicted when I first saw this, and I'm like, this looks like something that was on the working hub and not the working die. All right, because it's incused into the actual design of the coin, and it's not raised. So the working die didn't take a hit. However, the working hub might have, or might be some sort of weird, funky, intentional modification that was done to the working hub. But again, all of the information from one of the main error attributors, Mike Diamond, did do a write-up in Coin Worlds magazine. So that's pretty interesting to note. On this coin, $325 was the sell price by 5san_82. Congratulations, well done. That's a great sale, and especially given that it's the first one to make its market presence known. We better believe we're going to see more of these as the year goes on. So, in other news, some of the more, I guess, they have to start somewhere, and it starts here with raw examples. There have been 79 examples of this particular variety that is sold in the last 90 days. 2023 error VDBV is what I typed into the search field when I went to look at realized sales. And, here's a 2-pack for about $60 shipped. We have a single piece here for $50, $55, $50, which is a pretty solid amount of money. Here's another one here on May 9th for $40. There's our NGC graded example at 3.25. Let's see, that's not one. Here's another one here for 48. Here's another one for 50. So some good prices. The ones that have question marks, like, I don't know if it's the legit error, then those are the big reasons why they only sell for about $10, because there's no clear defined close-up images of the area in question. Okay, it needs to be undisputed, concrete evidence that it is indeed the VDB-V variety. Here's another one here on May 7th for $50, but you could see that the prices are pretty static. There's nothing kind of like wild about the market for these coins. And that's kind of the good news with these, is that we're seeing some sort of market stability with these. There's even some lucky guy that ended up buying one for $5 by it now. I mean, it looks like the one. The pictures aren't that great, but that's kind of a steal there. And here's another one here for $24. So there's a few anomalies in there where someone really didn't do their research and found out what the actual market is for these things, and they end up giving these away for that kind of price. Here's another one for $48. This one right here, $16.50. Again, that's kind of like the low mark for that. This one, I looked at this one and I didn't see the extra V. All right, so they're kind of like making up their own thing on that one. Here's another one for $50. 48 right here. Here's actually the kind of like the high watermark for these. A lot of 2. That sold for $162.50. And ladies and gentlemen, that's with 15 bids in there. Here's another for $40. But you can see that if we went back all the way 90 days, you can see that the prices are a lot lower, right? $31 here, $37. So these have gone up about 20%. And here's another one here for $25 shipped. So they used to sell for a lot less. You could have gotten these for around $30, $35 on average. But you can see just the amount of buzz. Now, what's this one here? Here's an annex graded example. Oh, this might be... Oh, yeah, this has the VDB-V on shoulder, okay? And you can take whatever you want regarding annex place in the grading scene. I mean, they are the undisputed third place grading company, and I'm not taking any of that away. But, yeah, here's another one here. And, you know, Annex generally grades a lot of things anyways, so that I'm not at all surprised that this one is even on the list. It even still has Mike Diamond's write-up used in the actual body, but even still, ladies and gentlemen, $212 for this Mid-State 67 tells a lot about the market for these. Again, same seller too, 5 San 82. So that's quite neat. But there you go. That's kind of a list of these coins. Here's another one for 150 in an Annex slab. Yeah, it's just, you know, very, very healthy market for these. There was actually someone that sold a lot of 10 for a discounted rate. Poor sap didn't know what he had. But yeah, it's very good to see this. You know, kind of like the big 2023 error coin or variety that you guys should definitely pay attention to, because now we're seeing bigger sales activity as a result of all of the extra you know, press that this coin is getting. And I guarantee you those 2023 bankrolls shouldn't be skipped over for any reason. Now would be a good time to strike while the iron's hot and take advantage of these coins that right today you can sell for about $40 to $50 a piece. And I guarantee you, if you're going to go out and buy rolls of these and you find one, it's going to be very likely that you're going to find multiples, all right? Because these things tend to travel well as they're all minted from the same die pairings. And then normally you're going to see coins in a box of Lincoln Cents, a brand new box of 2023s. They're going to originate from about 2 to 4 different die pairings in a run. So that bodes well for people that do come across these. There's going to be more of them in those rolls. Again, right now, if you could realize $40 to $50 a piece raw, I would certainly entertain selling a bulk of those if you can, and then possibly reserving a few of them that you could send off to NGC. That would certainly be worth the extra effort. And again, this is kind of like an easy money grab. So for those of you that's looking to pick up some extra money and you just don't know what to buy or to search through, check these things out. These are in your change today. And just to kind of recap, these are Philadelphia minted coins, and that's what you should be looking for. So anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about. This was a very fun little bit of news that you guys need to know about. And hopefully this will give you a little bit of extra kind of like incentive to go out there and look for these because they're all over the place right now. And I have no doubt that you're going to end up getting your lion's share if you put in a little bit of the effort into locating these. But that's going to go ahead and do it. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys again for all your views and support. You guys are amazing. Now, time to get hunting. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for instant notifications. And until next time, we are collecting together. All right. So long.